Good morning. When I talk about meditation, I get quite a few people who come to me and are like, I'm not good at meditation. Why? I ask. And they answer, my mind's too busy, or I'm unable to focus, or I can't sit still. So I thought that I would address this today and do a little meditation to show you that's not quite how it works. So our minds are busy by nature. Our minds are wired to think thoughts, and so that's what they do. And according to research, the average person thinks about 60,000 thoughts per day. Now that's a lot of thoughts, and we're talking about the average person who's alive. Because if you have thoughts, it means you're alive. If you don't have thoughts, it means you're not alive. So that's the good news, right? If you have thoughts, it means you're in this existence. So no one asks you to switch off your thoughts when you sit in meditation. What meditation does is it teaches you to notice when those thoughts come up and then gently drift them back to whatever it is you're placing your attention on, usually the breath. So the thoughts come up, you notice the thoughts, you bring them back. The thoughts come up again, you notice them again, you bring them back again. And it, that's all that meditation is. It's this gentle drifting back and forth between our thoughts and the object of our attention. It's nothing more than that. So that's the other good news. And the final piece of good news is that we get better at it. We get better at noticing. And we're not bad at meditation. We're just human and we're alive. And the other thing I wanted to say is when we do notice that we get lost in thought, we bring back the thoughts without judgment. We don't need to make ourselves wrong. We don't need to think we're bad at meditation, because that's not what it is. Meditation is actually this process, this constant drifting back and forth. So, and to manage your expectations, the thoughts never go away. But I think we already said that. So, all that said, let's go into our meditation now if you want. So, let's get comfortable, because that's the most important thing. And let's take a deep breath in together. And then let that go. If you want to, you can sigh out. Deep breath in. And sigh out. And now I'd like you to close your eyes if you want, if you're comfortable with that. And put your full attention on your breath. Start noticing your in-breath, observing, witnessing, and noticing your out-breath. And keep your full attention, your full focus on your breath. And if you want to, you can visualize the waves in the ocean. And imagine your in-breath is the wave that goes out into the ocean. And then your out-breath is the wave that washes out into the shore, or the other way around, whatever works for you. Just keep focusing on your breath. Just stay in this rhythm of observing your breath. And now place your attention on the space between your breaths. So when you breathe in, at the end of your in-breath, there's a tiny little pause right before the in-breath turns into the out-breath. So put your attention on that space between the in-breath and the out-breath. And similarly, as you exhale, at the end of your exhale, there's again a tiny little pause before you turn back into the inhale, the in-breath. So that's That's the space between. I want you to focus your attention on that space between. And just keep noticing that space. Keep noticing, when you breathe in at the end of your in-breath, right before you turn into the out-breath. And then again at the end of your out-breath, right before it switches into the in-breath. And just keep noticing that space between. Keep your attention there. Let's do that for a few breaths. And as you do that, if your mind drifts into thought, or if you start to notice sounds in your environment or physical sensations and your mind goes there, now is the time to gently bring it back to the space between, without judgment. Just keep coming back to the breath, to the space between your breaths. Keep noticing that. Keep observing. And let's stay in that space for a few moments. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. That was a meditation. Even if your mind was busy, you still meditated. Now, as you go about your day, when you notice yourself feeling triggered, stressed, irritated, press the pause button and take a moment to notice the space between your breaths. And maybe do that for 10 breaths. And once you've done that, then, go on with your day and see the difference it makes. You now have a tool in your hands and you've meditated. So let me know how that lands. I'd love to know. And I'll see you again next time.